In this video, I am going to talk about the nursing home, how bad they are. And I give you a few examples of abusive treatment that these nurses' aide and the nurses are giving them. So I'll see you on the next page. Hello, this is Elizabeth Wood Education Bar 43. I was going to upload a video when I was in the hospital, and I was going to tell you what happened there. But I just got through watching the nursing care abuse video. I watched a few of them before I got here. Now, I can't show the video. It will be copyright infringement, so I will tell you what this patient went through in Australia. There was this man who, I don't know, he could not speak. And they throw him around like a rag doll. He was abused. And they throw him around as a rag doll. They were abusive, that's for sure. Another one in the same video, this woman, she got out of bed and she has fallen. And she could not get up, and she was calling for help. Well, two nurses came along, and they were abusive. They threw her around like a rag doll again. They threw her on a bed, and then they tell her to lay back, so they took her hand on the forehead and pushed her back on the pillow. And this is really abusive. When she was up, this nurse or aide went and got the garbage bag. First she slapped her face and punched her and all that stuff, and she was yelling back at the aide. So she went in the toilet area and got a garbage bag, and she was swinging it at her face and slapping her with it. You know what? These nursing homes has a way of getting away from murder. And I am going to say this right now. Please do not put your parents in the nursing home. So help me. They don't get the care that they need. They get these aides that like to push people down and throw them around like a rag doll and slap their face and be called to shut up and all that. Swearing at the elderly. And they're helpless. They have no way of defending themselves. You know, I get angrier. Every time I watch these videos, I get angrier. It's uncalled for. This was on ABC in Australia. Now here, in our country, all the nursing homes are abusing and being rough with their elderly patient. And and somehow they get away with murder. It's not right. That's why I said, do not put your parents in a nursing home. There was one nursing home that has a patient that called the ambulance and asked the ambulance to wait 2 hours to come. Guess what happened? The elderly man died. I call that extreme abusive. And then the aides were trained for 6 weeks. They don't know a psychological understanding of the patients. I have an idea to write to my senator in New York State and complain to the senator. That will be Schumer. Or I can go farther and write to the Trade Commission. I could go farther. I like to see the mommies and dads that are elderly be taken care of by their children, by adult children, to have them have their mom and dad come into their home so they can take care of them, because the children love their parents. You children out there, adult children, you do not shove your parents into the nursing home, because you're asking for trouble. You're asking for the parents to be abused and being punched and being thrown around like a rag doll and being sweared at. Never in my life I am going back to the nursing home. I will not go to a facility that is very, very rough, and I'm not going to have them throw me around like a rag doll and push my head down on the bed with their forehead, on the hand of a forehead. I never. I like to write to Schumer. There's another senator from New York State I might write to. I have a nurse on the second shift was giving me my medication, and she comes in and shoves it right in my face. I didn't even have time to open up my mouth to take the medication. I did not like that nurse. She was abusive. And I had an aide that just threw me right in bed, lift my leg up and put it on the bed. Now I can do it myself. I had an aide that wasn't watching me very well. I had a walker. I had one of these other walkers. And she had no idea I did not have oxygen on when I first arrived there at the nursing home by Canandaigua ambulance. I wasn't breathing. My saturation was low, I bet. And I fell right on the floor. Then they helped me up. They did not know. They had no idea I had no oxygen. Really. I I am not too happy the way the nursing homes are treating the elders. I am saying, I'm being firm about this, that you do not put your mom and dad in the nursing home. Don't do it because you don't want to take care of them. That's not love. If you put your parents in the nursing home, that shows that you don't love them. You just want them out of your way. You gotta live your own life, but it doesn't hurt to sacrifice your time in caring for your parents in your home. They get better care. I'm willing to bet they will get a better care. My uncle, he was the last one on my mom's side, passed away about 3 years ago. And he was home, and it was a hospice. He was in the hospice at home. He was never in the nursing home, and he got the better care there in his home than anywhere else. This is not right, and I'm going to talk to Schumer. I'm going to write to him. I really am. I'm going to tell him to do something about the abusing in the nursing home. It's bad, really bad. I know, never, ever, I will go in the nursing home. It's sad. This one guy, I saw another video here on YouTube. I saw him get thrown to the floor. This other patient, elderly person, threw this other guy, elderly person, on the floor. Then he threw the chair on him. Well, he passed away. He was dead. Right on the floor in the hallway of a nursing home. They're frustrated. They're scared. They are being threatened by the aides. They want to get out of there. I can't believe that I have to experience some abuse myself. I'm going to repeat this. I think I said it on my other video, that I have a commode right next to my bed, and my concentrator for my oxygen was next to my bed. And the holes was just long enough to confine me into bed, and I can't go very far. So I call for an aide, and she helped me onto the commode, and I sat there, and I waited and waited and waited and waited. I waited on the commode. Well, I finally did some other stuff in the commode. Well, the aide came and got me off and wiped me up and put me back in bed. Of course, she was very gentle. Some aides there are good with me, and some are not. So, she did not bother to empty the commode. That commode was not empty until the next morning. And I had breakfast. And here I am eating my breakfast next to a commode that hasn't been emptied yet. Now, I say these aides has not been trained psychologically to understand the elderly. There's something more to training to be a nurse's tech or aide. This is happening all over the country, in UK, in Australia, and probably other countries too. Nursing homes are abusing elderly people, and that should not be. Now, I said it in my other video that I have reported to New York State Health, New York State Health, that about the abuse that was given to me. First, I called the New York State Health, and the lady on the other end said, "That's too bad how they treated you. They abused you." So she sent me a form. Of course, I got it by email. She sent me a form to fill out the complaint. So I did. And I wish that nursing home will be shut down, the one I was in. This is uncalled for. The unsanitary habits that the aides had. And there was a toilet between two rooms. It's called Jack and Jill. And that toilet is not working properly. So the stuff that is in the toilet stands there, and you open that door, you can smell that stuff. And it hasn't been fixed up until my discharge from the nursing home. They have not fixed the toilet yet. Now, this is uncalled for. There was a lady, my roommate. She's 91 years old, and she has pneumonia, and she had to have rehab. Well, they mistreated her too. They come in and they yelled at her, and they told her to stand up, and she doesn't know how to use the call button, so she wets her brief, and she wet the whole bed. Now, that's not necessary. The nurse should have put a catheter in her. Then they would not have to put up with a bed full of urine. This is, that nursing home will deny anything that they did. They get away with murders. Well, I'm going to stop now. The nursing homes are bad, and I am very firm about this. Adult children, please do not put your mom and dad in the nursing home. They will die in there by abusive aides and nurses. I'm warning you. I'm being firm about it. Thank you for watching. This is Elizabeth Wood Education Blog 43. Say so long, and I'll see you the next time on YouTube and the World Wide Web.